Superflyers, what is up? It's John with March's Superflyer update. This month we have a layout that I think a lot of you will be able to use in your personal businesses. It's a process layout. I kind of wanted something that I could use for my own web design business or students in the web school that I teach. They could use for their businesses. And then also I've been doing a couple online courses lately, and the same kind of flow kind of goes well with like a course outline kind of page too. So I think this could be used for that as well. So here we go. It starts off with so this is more of kind of an interior page. So we got the interior hero that we're using here, and then just the page, what they're gonna learn. If it's like a course, like course overview, whatever. In this case, our process. So we're, as a design agency, as a web agency, we're hammering that, hey, we use strategy to exceed your goals for the website. It's not just about making things pretty, but it's about using strategy to meet or exceed the goals they want for their website. And part of the way we get there is with great design. So it's definitely a strategy first kind of thing. And so that's why we say strategy first. And I think if you lead that way with your clients, you'll be able to charge more, because it's not just, hey, I'm a web designer, I make things work on the web and make it look pretty. This is more like, no, or like I make, a brochure website. This is more like, hey, I'm going to make you a tool that will help grow your business client, and we're going to figure out what goals you want for your website. And then we're going to use our experience, our strategy to come up with a design that is clean, that looks great, but also will help you reach your goals. Anyway, all right, so that's why we got people working here. They're thinking, strategizing, that's a word. Same with there. I wanted like a process overview video where they could get to know maybe me. This is our agency, me and then my buddy Jake. We'd probably be in that video saying, hey, thanks for choosing Artillery. We have this kind of approach. First off, we're gonna do some discovery. We're gonna sit with you and get to know your brand and your business, and then we're gonna do it into wireframes. And a wireframe is like a blueprint for the house, and that's where we really strategize and come in with the flow of the page and stuff. And then we're gonna move on to design, develop, and launch. So it's probably a 5-minute video-ish thing that could be a cool way for the client to be like, wow, these guys, they put a lot of thought into what they're doing. So that's the purpose of this video spot being here. If you're doing a course outline, then this is kind of the overview of the course video, right? And then down here we get into the 5 different phases for us for web design. Is discovery, wireframe, design, develop, and launch. And Brennan, who's one of the designers, a freelance designer that does some work with Superfly, he made these killer icons that you're going to get. And you're going to get 4 different versions of them. You're going to get a light and a dark thin version like this, and then you're also going to get a light and a dark thicker version like this, and I'll show you those in a second. But if it's a course outline, then it could be module 1, module 2, and obviously these would change, these would get swapped out. But I thought a lot of us could use these icons, and since we made them from scratch, you can feel free to use them however you want. I love the little clouds right here that he put in. And this is just showing it, on a white background. And then things that I like to highlight on a process page is, hey, you're still going to get a custom crafted thing. Even though we use Divi, it's still custom crafted because it's your designer, it's your strategy, you're building the page, so it's still going to be custom to them. And then again, just hammering home the strategy first. Let's get started. So this is how the page looks on Phoenix, and it's very consistent. Probably my favorite. I'm just a big fan of Phoenix. Personally my favorite one. Milo's a little more fun, so like a younger agency, bigger, kind of bolder kind of deal, but same content, just different images, just throwing in some old school whatnot, process overview. Those icons look really good. I really love them. Custom crafted, you can show some of your team. And the strategy first, got the wireframes there, and more fun colors here. Same sections, just different font and styling colors. Finally, Hawthorne, a little more classy. So tried to go that way with the photos. Tried to match the browns and the classier feel here with the tile walls and stuff like that. This guy giving a big presentation on this food app or whatever he's doing, but process overview. And even here, I think the icons work really well. Probably more so the thinner ones than the thicker on this one. These thicker ones kind of have fit more Milo and Phoenix, I think. And then custom crafted, strategy first. So you get these three layouts with the same layout in all three super themes. And so those will be here. You'll be able to download those and install those in the membership area. And then also here are those process icons. So I'm going to hide this guy and we're going to look at these. So here's the thick ones. You get the AI files for all these things. So, dark and then light. So the light you can't see, obviously, but it's white, but they're in there. Here's a preview file just to show you what's up. Yeah, those look solid. Sweet. Killer. Kind of Squarespacey, right? And then, yeah, the individual light ones, then the individual dark ones. And then you get the thin ones, which are my favorites. So you get the AI files for all the thin ones. I just think those look really good, especially this white on black. That looks killer. This is kind of sketchy almost, kind of cool. And then same deal. You get all the light icons, which are my favorite, and also the dark ones. These also look good, really big too. So like you could take a bigger one of these, and throw it in, throw it on side here. Like if you had like a have like a solid color background and have that wireframe icon sticking out there all big. Like that could have been, or that develop one, that could have been pretty cool, kind of mostly off the page, or a quarter off the page, a third of it on the page, or 3/4 of it on the page. I mean, that could have been cool. Yeah, so there's other stuff that we could definitely do. Or you could have each, you could go over the here and then have like 2x2 sections on each of those using some of the other sections. Like, let's see here, general, probably just the general. Yeah, I probably would do, yeah, more something like this. Like, here's the icon, here's the deal, or maybe even half, like half icon, half explanation, and then opposite and whatnot. So anyway, that is the update for this month. Again, our developer we're working with, working really hard on something that's going to make it way easier to use the super themes. I've seen some questions in Facebook on how to use them. Just a reminder, I would have the wireframe be separate from your client test site. Because if you install Wireframe Kit on your client test site, try to use Wireframe Kit, and then you want to use Milo after that, you have to uninstall the Wireframe Kit and then install Milo, which can be messy. I would have Wireframe Kit be a separate install on your server, like wireframe.youragency.com, and then /client name, and that's their homepage, or /client name /about would be that client's about wireframe. We usually do wireframe just for the home page and maybe a couple other key pages. So that's how I would do it. And then once the client approves the wireframe on your wireframe site, you can just use the same sections when you go to work on their test site. You can just load Milo or Hawthorne or Phoenix and then go pull up your wireframe. Either export it and import it, and you might have to do a little bit of tweaking that way, or just look at the sections and be like, oh yeah, I remember I used that section, feature number 8, or that's, CTA number 3 or whatever. So that's how I would do it for now, but soon it'll be way easier, and there won't be as many questions about that because it'll be crystal clear. Thanks again for being a super flyer, and we appreciate the support, and big things are coming. We're also getting another designer in the mix to help mix it up so that the designs aren't always coming from me, because I definitely have a certain style. So that's going to get mixed up a little bit, which is cool. And again, yeah, we have something big coming down the pipe, taking a little longer than we hoped. Classic, right? But it will be delivered, and when it is, I think you're going to be like, yeah, this is well worth the wait. I'm definitely excited. So, all right, y'all. Thanks again. Stay fly.